Hey, feel free to drop me a hello. Let me know you're there. And I'm going to get started in just a minute. Going to try to keep it short compared to yesterday. Yesterday kind of, you turn the volume down on my iPad. Yesterday kind of ran a little bit long, but it was a fun tutorial. I think it was kind of cool. This one's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to basically show you the brushes that I use. And maybe then this will give you like a little bit of an idea of what to do for your own projects. Just maybe it'll give you a little starting off point to kind of jump you off and get you thinking in a new way. Hey Kathy, really glad to see you. Not, I guess it's what time is it in Dallas? I'm curious. I think I'm on such a time difference here. I try not to go maybe before 7 p.m. because by the I'm so far ahead. It's crazy. Noon. Okay, that's not too bad. And oh, hey Linda, really glad to see you. Hey, gotta leave. You're only an hour time zone away, so that's not so bad. Hey David. Okay, you're on Pacific. See now it's 11 o'clock. Yeah. But, I try not to go definitely before what do you call it? Before I wouldn't want to go before 9 a.m. Pacific time. That would be, I think, a bit too early. But sometime maybe I'll try like an early morning my time, and maybe I'll catch people on the other side of the world. So that will be cool. Oh, you're mountain time. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Mm. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show. I'll explain what brushes that I use. I think this is pretty straightforward. Really this is to give you guys an idea, a jumping off point. But I really I mean, this is just a little ditty. It's nothing too major, but I like how it came together. It really, by pairing the glitch core brushes with also some of this one brush from the textile collection, it really kind of gave that vibe of embroidery without being like literal, which I really liked. And I never really thought about the using the glitch core brushes in this way, but the way that I use them in these shapes, it looks like a little bit like the embroidery technique. So I thought that was kind of fun to see how that turned out, and I really didn't expect it. But just to show you the brushes, so I used a couple brushes from the glitch core collection. I used like this brush from the textile and fiber. I used one brush from the marble just to throw something fun in there. I already got the marble up. And then I ended up just using just one brush from my Rainbow Rebel, just this little splatter brush, which was fine, like nice to make some accents. So all in all, it was pretty straightforward. So let's just go. And for the color palettes, for the multicolor color palettes, I used, again, my go-to when I want something fun, when I want something colorful, is the color palettes that are in the Glitch Core collection. Those are just, you can't go wrong mixing and matching those, and it really gives you a fun rainbowy vibe. And I did use some rainbow ones. So let me just do a 2-up vertical here. And I want this one on this side. I'm a creature of habits. I need to be drawing on this right side here, so it will make me happy. All right. And so basically I might not do the whole thing because I want to keep this thing pretty snappy, but just to show you that my technique that I used for these, and I think it will kind of get you started. And then after I'm done, I will put like the basic brushes that I used into for the members. So I'll give you just most of you guys probably already have them, but sometimes when you're doing a little tutorial like this, it's nice to I'll put them in a little package for you, and that way you don't have to go hunt them up, and then you can just kind of play with the technique a little bit. But the main technique that I used this time was one of my favorites, and I kind of like it because it kind of gives you a little bit of a collage feel, and it's also, I like things that are a bit more I don't know, like not maybe not juvenile, but more like simplistic. I like that kind of thing. And I also like anything that I don't have to really work too hard at. So that's kind of key. But what I started off with is I just kind of like use my lasso tool to create these shapes and essentially painting inside them. And I'll show you two different ways that I do this. But when I did these, I really liked the idea of some of the transparency from the background showing through. So I thought that was really fun. So I'm just gonna go, and I ended up moving I wanted this kind of like a petal burst sort of motif. I thought it was fun. But I'm gonna go into this one here and just kind of show you what I did. So I just kind of, drew out where my petal was. So I think I started with something like this. Use my lasso tool, and it can have like a bit of a rougher shape, but I'm not mad about that. I'm fine with that. And if you wanted to be really elegant, nice, or you could use a brush tool and paint a nice smooth shape. But I'm always just like fast, fast, fast. So of course I'm using the multicolor pattern technique. If you're not familiar, just check down below. There's a foundation tutorial. But I'm just going to flip through here through one of my, I'll get one of my Tropical Glitch Core color palettes. So I'll get like a pink. And for these, I don't think I annotated it, but I'm wanting to say that I might have used the Glitch Core brush 47 or 50. So let's just cruise through here. Actually, let's here. Let me. Yeah, okay. I think I used 50 for the rest of it, but I think I used 47 on this one. So this is like brush. I liked that when I go up, it has these like little, little feathery bits, these nice little cool blends of colors. So let me undo that. So let me save this here. So this is 47. So I just wanted to kind of have that like base of the flower petal. And so, whenever I'm doing this, I'll play with it just a little bit till I get it just kind of how I wanted it. This is pressure sensitive, so I'll redo my brush strokes. I want to have that fade, so I'll redo my brush strokes until I'm happy with it. But the Glitch Core collection are a little bit wild, and oh, now I'm annoyed. Anyway, trying to get that nice, that's better. Getting that perfect sort of fade. Sometimes it could take a couple little whatever, but anyway, and you could even, change it up and maybe add like a little color from, another one. You can just make it a little spicy. So that's fine. And now I'll just make like a new layer. And what I did was I just took a different color palette. So just grab anything that's handy, anything that you like. And what I did was I went and I just wanted something soft and like just to kind of define some of those other edges up here, but I don't want to fill it all in. So I wanted something with pressure sensitivity and really like kind of soft. So what I went with was one of the soft marble brushes. So in this case, these are the marble metamorphoses, color blending. So I just, grabbed something here and kind of went around to the edges to define that edge of that flower without being too literal. And I'll go edit, select, reselect. Now, one of the things that you could do, I did both ways with this flower. So if you think you might want to go back or something, or keep the same shape, what you could do instead of, because once I deselect this and go on to a couple things, I will not have the selection again. So if you do, like to save your selection or something, what you can do is make like a new layer underneath both of them. I'll use my paintbrush tool and I'll, option click to pick the background and then just create a solid shape. And so now there's a solid shape of the blue underneath that. And so, you can, like that's a little way to work non-destructively, because sometimes I'll go back and I'll go, oh, I want to change that one, which to be fair, it's not a major deal if you need to go back and redraw it. But, say it might be hard to like exactly replicate it. So that's a way to do that. But then again, if you put something underneath that, like, and I take a brush, it's not going to have the transparency, so then you can turn it off until you need it again. So that's just a little trick that, you know, just to give you guys a heads up if you want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, try to always keep working non-destructively. And, but yeah, I didn't do that on a lot of these. So then when I draw something behind it, we're going to have that nice transparency and that nice little, you know, fun sort of motif. So I will just go on to the next one, and I think I will take, and of course I've got a new layer. Let's put them all on their own layer. So I'll just make a little shape here. Let's go to the brush 47, and I like each one having like a different I don't know if it was 47. I'm going to try 50 anyway. Oh, let's hear. And I think it was 47, but I'll just use 50 anyway. And these glitch core brushes, as like if you guys use these, a lot of you guys have used these before, you know that like they go different, they have different effects whether which direction you draw them. So some of them you have to draw them in a certain direction, but that's like kind of the fun of it. It's like the glitch, you know. So whatever. It's but yeah. So sometimes you'll have to play with that, and they're meant to be like that because they're using that wild Photoshop bristle brush engine. And then again, so now I'm just gonna go to my marble brush 10, and I'll get like an alternate color, and you know, kind of paint in so we feel that border of that petal. I'll deselect, and that's one, so that's cool. And same thing here. Let's see here. Oh, thank you so much, Raj. I'm glad you like. Hey, Deb, really glad to see you or see your comment. It always makes it way more fun for me. Let's see here. So what am I gonna do here? All right, so let's just do this one. Wait. And make a little selection. Same thing. Let's get brush 50. Now I'm gonna kind of, that turned out great. Perfect. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. So I'm just trying to spice it up and be a little bit, I like all of them to be different. Let's make a new layer, marble, put that there, deselect, and now I'm gonna go behind these because I want, these are my front petals. So I'm gonna make a new layer behind it, and let's see here. For now, this will be the only one that's the behind, but I'll just go like this. Oh, I like how it's turning out. And same thing, glitch core 50. Let's do something different. Maybe the purpley blue. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I'm live still. Sorry. Let me just check.